Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Legal and Ethical Responsibilities, PowerPoint number 3. We're going to talk about legal directives or advanced directives. Legal directives or advanced directives are legal documents that allow a patient to state what medical treatment they want or what they don't want if they can't speak for themselves, if they're unable to express their wishes. Like, I have been in a car accident and I have a traumatic brain injury and my family doesn't know if I want to be put on life support or not. If I have advanced directives or legal directives, I would have made that decision known to my family. I would say, if I'm brain dead, don't put me on a ventilator to help me breathe. Okay, so my family would know that. So there's 2 different types of advanced directives, and that's a living will or a power of attorney. And that can be, you see durable power of attorney, you can see healthcare power of attorney, but anything that has the POA, power of attorney, in it is a type of advanced directive or legal directive. Excuse me. So a living will it actually says what it is. It's a will, but you do it when you're living. You say, these are things that I want or don't want done to me to prolong my life. Like if I have a terminal illness. Now, terminal means I'm going to die from this disease, okay? So it's documents that allow me, the patient, to state measures that I want or don't want taken to extend my life. That document has got to be signed when the patient is competent before I get to where I'm out of my mind, and it's got to be witnessed by 2 adults who cannot benefit from that person's death. Now, let me explain why. Just say, I want to have everything done. I want to have CPR done. I want to have a breathing tube put in. I want all that stuff done to extend my life. But my 2 children that I've not seen in, 20 years, say, you know what? Mama's sick. Mama's dying. Mama doesn't want any of that stuff. So you've got to be very careful, because if my kids say, Mama didn't want any of that stuff, so we're not going to do anything like that for her. Well, I have life insurance and they're the beneficiaries of my life insurance, so they could benefit from my death. So they cannot be the person that signs that or witnesses that, okay? It has to be 2 people that cannot benefit from my death to say, yes, this is what Amy said she wanted, or this is what Amy said she did not want, okay? So that living will usually results in a DNR order. And remember, we talked about that during your medical abbreviations. DNR means do not resuscitate, meaning that I have decided and talked with my doctor and said, if something were to happen to me, I do not want you to do CPR on me. I just want to be able to die and die peacefully with some dignity. Okay, that actually has to be an order that's written by a medical doctor, and that doctor would have discussed all of that with me, the patient. Okay. Now, the power of attorney is actually a document that allows me, the patient, to appoint somebody to make medical decisions when I can't make them for myself. Meaning, maybe I have a terminal disease and I'm going to designate my husband to be my power of attorney. Let me give you an example, I guess. My mom has lung cancer, and she has a power of attorney stating that her husband and I will make decisions for her when she's not able to make decisions on her own. And she's made that decision. She's the one that said, yes, when something happens to me and I can't talk for myself, I want you and my husband to make decisions together about me. So that's what that power of attorney is. They've actually designated a person or 2 people to make decisions when they can't make decisions on their own or make the decision for themselves. So PSDA is the Patient Self-Determination Act of 1990, And it just says that all employees of any kind of medical facility will be trained on medical and legal issues where advanced directives are involved. Meaning, any office that you go to should be able to give you information on a living will and a healthcare power of attorney. Every time you go to the hospital, those employees that admit you to that hospital in admissions, they are trained to give you information and talk to you about that. It's not like you've got to go to a lawyer's office to have that done. Okay? You get that information from your medical provider, and that's what the PSDA, Patient Self-Determination Act of 1990 is. Just says that all medical staff has got to have training and information to be able to talk to you and give you information about living wills and powers of attorney. And that's it for this PowerPoint.